Welcome to another season of Women Live TV. Content created by women for women. Women Live TV is brought to you by Southern Crescent Women in Business Media Group. Our 2023 media participants include Debracia Hale of Divine Design Accessories, LLC. Melissa Ellis of Life Beyond Warner. Tyronica Carter of Radiant Styles. Shirley Solomon of Blessed Hands Home Care. Alicia Williams of the Dazzling Diva Collection. Sylvia Dennis Ray of the Alzheimer's Services Center. Kimberly Corbin of Meeting Shields, LLC. Catherine Jordan of the Savvy ID. And Yvette DeBest of Best Tax Solutions, LLC. I am Ariel Shaw, host and founder of Women Live TV and founder and president of Southern Crescent Women in Business Incorporated. We are so excited for season 3 of Women Live TV. You can catch us on Amazon Prime, Amazon Fire TV, all Amazon platforms, YouTube, and all streaming networks. Tune in. You don't want to miss an episode. Women Live TV.
Hi, I am Ariel Shaw, founder and president of Southern Crescent Women in Business, and we are here today, Women Live TV Season 3. We have a special guest with us today, Miss Debracia Hale, Divine Designs Accessories, LLC, and she's also a realtor. Debracia, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Ariel.
Absolutely. So I want you to tell everybody, one, who are you? Who is Debracia Hale?
I am Debracia T. Hale, and I am the owner and CEO of Divine Designs Accessories, LLC. I am also a published author where I wrote a book talking about networking strategies, and I'm also a realtor, just like you said. So I do help people buy, sell, and invest in homes. I am also licensed in the state of Georgia and Alabama.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit, I hear a little bit of twang. Where are you originally from, Debracia?
Well, I was born in Akron, Ohio originally,
Okay.
but my parents decided to relocate here when I was only 1 year old. So,
Awesome.
Atlanta, Georgia Peach.
All right. Awesome. So do you have a family? Tell us a little bit about how your family plays a role into you being an entrepreneur.
Well, I'm very close to my mom and dad, very, very close to my parents. They play a huge role in my everyday life. Being an entrepreneur and, just having multiple streams of income, my day is very busy. I start at 6 o'clock in the morning and I usually go until 10 p.m. That is my
Wow.
shut-off time. I've been very blessed to have a supportive husband who supports me in everything that I do. And I have 2 beautiful little girls. I'm going to call them divas. Kendall is 6 years old, and Kennedy, my oldest daughter, is 9. My 6-year-old is autistic, so our day is very busy because after school she has therapy, and we have therapy Monday through Friday. So for me, having a DMO, which means a daily method of operation, is very important and very vital in my life. That way I know how to move, when to move, what are the expectations for me doing each every day and every single week. So we're busy.
So that's amazing. So what I'm hearing is your schedule is very important.
Yes.
And so you mentioned that you have an autistic daughter. Did that play a role into you going into entrepreneurship?
Well, I had started entrepreneurship before, but I can tell you this. I'm so grateful for God and that God knows all things, especially when it concerns me, Debracia. I was able to retire by being an entrepreneur. We were really moving, we were growing, and things were just taking a turn all the way up. And so being a professional educational counselor, actually a formal counselor, I was able to retire before I even knew that my daughter was autistic. So before she was properly diagnosed, I had just came off my job that summer.
Oh, wow. So you retired out of education.
Yes, 17 years, 3 degrees.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about what that transition was. So you were a counselor. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I love education. I feel that it's something that will always be a part of who I am. So I value teachers, I value principals, I value everything that goes on in the educational field. 17 years of experience, 3 degrees. But becoming an entrepreneur, you have to learn and you have to grow and you have to open your mindset up because it's totally different from what I always knew. I grew up with the traditional, you're going to go to college, you're going to get a good job, you're going to work that job for 25 to 30 years, and then you're going to retire. But God had a different plan for me. When I got ready to actually leave, it took a lot of prayer because I wanted to know, is this what God has for me? Also, it was something new. So I was like, I don't know what this is going to look like, but I trust God's vision for my life. My husband said, leave. He was like, hey, I see what entrepreneurship is doing for you. You don't have to stay. But he also said, take your time and make up your mind.
That's good.
And when I knew, I knew.
That
Yes,
is
ma'am.
amazing. Well, you mentioned your divas. I wouldn't expect anything less for you to have girls that are divas because you're a diva yourself.
Thank you.
I do want to ask, how has having a supportive husband played? Because it sounds like that is very key with your success.
My husband, Will Hill, he keeps me balanced. There's our days where I'm up, there's our days where I am down. But he brings that calmness to me. I'm more like a extrovert. I'm more like that storm coming through, and he's very calm. So I can appreciate his balance. I also can appreciate his advice because there are some things that we need to discuss. How am I going to move forward? Or what do you think about this? And he's there to give me his perspective, but to support me through it and give me ideas. Some things he's really better at than I am. And so his expertise and his strategies sometimes work better for me than my own. So I think I know that husbands play a major part in what I am able to do in just being a successful businesswoman.
Do you have any advice for women who are looking to get into entrepreneurship? What's your advice for them?
First, I would say pray about everything. Pray about, is this for you? Pray about timing. Timing is very important. Take time to really reflect about what are you passionate about. Sometimes we start looking at what other people are doing and then we're like, oh, I want to do this. I think I can. Is that who I am? Take time and reflect on who are you? What do you love? What are you strong at? What is a natural gift that's already lying with you? And then don't be scared to take the jump. Like, get out there on the boat and just leap. Take the jump. Sometimes fear will allow us to talk ourselves out of doing things that we are destined to do. So I just say get out there and take the leap. And if you fall down, get right back up and just keep on moving. Because you're going to have some trials and tribulations. But the thing that I love about women in general, we have that perseverance. Whether you know it or not, it is in us. And we are already destined for greatness. So go for it.
Absolutely. That's amazing advice. That's the resiliency.
Yes.
I think that's very important when it comes to entrepreneurship or life, period.
Yes.
Because you will be knocked down, but the key is, again, getting back up. Sounds like you are a woman of faith. Talk to us about being that woman of faith and how that is important and key in your life.
So for me, Ariel, I'll be honest. I am goal-driven, but it starts with my inner self first. I'm not looking out externally to see what is going to motivate me. It comes here. It comes through prayer. It comes through meditation. And so one thing that I think everybody should do every day is take time for yourself to pray and meditate. I know earlier on I said I have a long day, so it's very important that I get up and have my time with God, because if something is coming through that day, He may already prepare me for the morning to be able to help me get through whatever is coming.
That's good.
And to do it in a sense of His character. What am I displaying? Not Debracia all the time, but what is it that I need to display as a godly woman? I was brought up in the church. I have a praying family, and we do believe by walking by faith and not by sight.
Debracia, when do you take time for Debracia?
That's a good question. So there are things that I do love. Working out. Working out is something that I take time to do. I make sure I'm in the gym 3 days a week. My health is important.
Wow.
Yes.
Wait, so you're getting... So you're putting that on your schedule, I'm assuming.
Yes,
okay.
that's on my schedule.
And that's important because if it's on the schedule, it gets done.
That's right. And honestly, I used to be a former competitor. I used to do figure competitions.
Oh, wow.
And I used to teach boot
Look
camps.
at that. I never knew that.
Before
Wow.
babies. And so working out makes me feel good. It also helps me to release stress. And it's just
And
that
those
time.
endorphins.
Yes. That's my time. So I try to work out at least 3 days a week. Ariel, you know I love to dance and I love to roller skate.
Well, see, I know that, but you didn't tell everybody else that.
Let me tell you all, I love to dance and roller skate. I love music. Dancing makes me happy. Music just gets me excited and going. But I do try to plan the weekends to have downtime to do family things and to do things for me and with my husband. So church or movies, a spa day, just those little things, because I think self-care is so important when you are a businesswoman, because we're always on the go and there are times we don't take time just for us. So I make sure I work that in.
That is so important. I think over the past year or two, there's been a lot more focus, especially after the pandemic, to focus a little bit more on us. As women, we're wearing so many hats. And just being able to manage that is very, very important. So I do want to give you an opportunity. Is there anything else that we need to know or we should know about Debracia Hale?
Yes. I would like to say that I love people. I am passionate about people, educating people, helping people get to their highest level of potential. One thing that everything I talked about concerns is how can I help you be better? If it's walking you through a transaction on the home buying process, I think that is so important that we understand the process, whether we're buying a home or listing a home. Being the owner of Divine Designs, helping you to accessorize yourself so that you feel your best and that you look your best. Writing a book is able to help people understand different strategies that they can utilize to get to where they want to go. So everything I do is always to help someone else. And if God can continue to use me and show me that vision, that's what I always want to do. I want you to walk away smiling and feeling good about yourself.
Well, Debracia, I'll tell you, it has been an absolute pleasure getting to know more about Debracia T. Hale. Tell everyone, how do they find you?
Okay, thank you. You can find me at Debracia Tony Hale on Facebook. I am also on TikTok as That Diva D, dancing and roller skating. And you can find me on Instagram at Miss D and the number 0. That's how I can be reached. Also, you can call me. My number is 334-538-6168. If you have any questions at all, I'll be there.
Awesome. And thank you again, Debracia, for joining us at Women Live TV. I am Ariel Shaw. We will be right back with our next guest, Tyronica Carter.
Hi, my name is Tyronica Carter. Welcome to Radiant Styles Jewelry, where fashion and affordability radiates the jewel in you.
As the owner of Radiant Styles Jewelry, Tyronica offers affordable, fashionable accessories that are aligned with the ever-trending styles of today. She loves helping women and men feel and look their best in stylish accessories. As a team leader, Tyronica enjoys helping others begin their journey to success by joining her team and becoming their own boss. Since joining her growing company, she now leads a team of over 127,000 consultants and holds the second highest rank in the company. She has earned numerous free trips and other accolades and titles on her journey. She is proud to add author to the list of recent accomplishments. Tyronica strives to inspire, teach, and help others along the journey of entrepreneurship.
Follow me on all social media platforms and visit my website at radiantstylesjewelry2.com. Let's get you radiantly beautiful and get you started on your journey to becoming your own boss.
Hello, my name is Sylvia Dennis Ray. I am a caregiver and I am the Executive Director of the Alzheimer's Services Center. My journey started back in 2003 when my mom suffered from a ruptured aneurysm and it left her with dementia. Soon after, I became her primary caregiver. And that's when I realized the need for being involved with Alzheimer's and people who suffer from other related dementias. Clayton County Senior Services care for their seniors so much that they have partnered with us to develop a program that Clayton County residents can receive assistance with attending out-of-home day respite at the Alzheimer's Services Center. You can help us by volunteering or becoming a sponsor at any of our upcoming fundraisers. Visit our website at www.ascga.org. You can also follow us on our social media channels, Facebook and Instagram at ASC Morrow.
And welcome back to Women Live TV. And we have today a special guest, Miss Tyronica Carter. Thank you, Tyronica, for joining us on Women Live TV.
Thank you, Ariel, for having me. I really appreciate it.
Well, listen, this isn't your first time on Women Live TV. So tell everybody again, who are you?
So, my name is Tyronica S. Carter. I am a 7-figure earner in the network marketing industry. I am a 2-time published author. I'm also a inspirational speaker, business coach, and educator.
Awesome. So, what has happened since the last time you've been on Women Live TV? I mean, it seems like it's been quite a long time, but tell everybody what's new with you.
It has been a while. Definitely since the last time I was here. I'm not sure if I earned that 7-figure
I don't think
earner.
you have. So that's new.
So my business definitely took off, and it rose to new heights, and we became a 7-figure earner. My team grew exponentially. Oh my gosh, I'm just enjoying, loving. I've become an author, like I said, 2-time published author, and just really enjoying the transition and journey of being an entrepreneur.
So, Tyronica, how large is your team now?
My team now is at over 132,000.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, how are you managing that?
I'm a huge proponent of creating leaders. You know, I manage as much as I can. I stay being pulled and tugged at, which, you know, I love it. I love helping people, but I can't manage 132,000 people
Absolutely.
on my own. So one of the things that I have learned to do along these 8 years of being on this journey is to make sure that I create leaders within my team.
That's
and
important.
the best reason to do that is so that they too can go on and say, I'm a 6-figure earner, I'm a 7-figure earner, because that's the only way they'll be able to do that is once they take that responsibility of training and leading their own teams.
That's really good. So I think when you were on last, I think it's been about 2 years now, you were getting to a point where you were speaking more. So that has also grown, correct?
It has. I have been so fortunate and blessed to have other people see my talent and see what I bring to the table and what I can offer through the education of what I've learned and educating others. So I have definitely been able to host more events. I've been able to be a speaker at several women-led organizations and events that has really, inspired me to do more because that's where my passion is.
That's really great. Now, what got you into this space in the first place? Tell everybody who, that maybe not familiar with your story.
So my story begins 8 years ago. I was an elementary school teacher in the classroom, and I always say, if you know any teachers, you know that we have to find a way to supplement our income. Unfortunately, it's just not enough. And so, I decided, listen, we need to do something. And my husband and I talked about, I had come across this opportunity for network marketing, had never done it before. It's kind of scary because, listen, I'm a teacher. My comfort zone is in front of 6 and 7-year-olds all day. And so I wasn't really interested at first, but I said, let's give it a try. It's, it's accessories. I love the fact that it was an affordable price. I said, hey, me and my teacher friends can afford it, so I gave it a try. And I did it, and next thing I knew, it sold, and my team started growing, and something just came about me that I just never knew, would exist or I would even love and enjoy. So 2 years into the business, I was able to leave my teaching career and pursue entrepreneurship full time.
That's amazing. Now, talk to us a little bit about your books. So you are a 2-time published author.
Yes, I am. The first book that I was able to co-author with several other people in the network marketing industry is called Six Figures and Beyond. And so it's a collaboration of other top network marketers who make six figures and beyond. And I'm blessed to be one of those ones. I think it's only like 4 of us who do 7 figures in the book. And so it's just a book that talks about, secrets to success or our tips in the network marketing industry and being successful, and how to get to that 6 figures and how to grow your business to that point.
Yeah.
The second book I was able to co-author with, my lovely ladies of Southern Crescent Women in Business, Secrets of Success for Women in Business. And again, it's an anthology of just our story and how we have become successful in our own industry, and how we can, what can we share with others to help them along the way.
So you are now a 7-figure earner. A lot of entrepreneurs, sometimes they don't even get to the 6-figure. Yeah. Now, how were you able to transition from the 6-figure to the 7-figure? Tell a little bit about what that looks like.
It definitely takes planning and execution. A lot of people have a goal of what they want to do, but they don't plan how to get there, right? They don't map it out. It's one thing to say, I want to make $500 extra this month, but how are you going to get there? Mm-hmm. And what exact steps can you take, from breaking it down from a month to what steps can you do weekly, then daily. Small steps add up to get to the big picture.
Absolutely.
And so that was one of the things that my team and I did in 2020, I believe, the pandemic year is when we became 7 figures. And it's just all about executing, coming up with a plan, getting everyone on a cohesiveness, of achieving the same thing. Yeah. When you have people who are in the same space as you and they're all working towards the same thing, that's how you make it happen. But you can't make it happen without telling them how to do it. Right. So one of the things I'm very big on is just collaborating with my team. We always say in our industry, listen, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Mm-hmm. So as long as everyone is plugging in and taking the steps that's being, taught to them and helping them along the way, then that's how you get to the growth and to where you can become, where we eventually became a 7-figure earning team.
I think that's really important, and you bring up some really key facts. And I know you did a session and a training with us when we talked about execution. Mm-hmm. We see that so many times in the world of entrepreneurship where you have these plans. Sometimes they don't even have the plans. Right. But then when you get them, there's a lack of execution. Exactly. What do you think that is? What's the reason for that?
I believe the reason is you don't have a clear understanding of your goal. Mm. And one of the big things we say is, what is your why? And having a why is good, but having a goal is even better. Because at the end of the day, why did you begin this? What is the goal that you want to achieve? And when you have a strong enough goal and a reason why you're doing this, then the how comes right behind it. So when people have a big goal, even if it's something small, like I said, when I first started, I just wanted to make an additional $500 a month. And, actually I did that my first month. And one of my favorite quotes is, once you see results, it becomes an addiction.
Yeah.
I was addicted right away, okay? So when people have goals and they actually reach them, it's, what can I do next?
Yep.
How can I beat that goal? I'm an Aries. My thing is, I want to beat my best. I want to do better than I did the month before. And I try my very best to pass that thinking along to my team.
That's really good. So you are an author, You're a cover girl too.
Oh, yes, honey. Yes.
Talk a little bit about that.
Oh, my gosh. You know, listen, I think I have now graced my 6th cover of a magazine. But this last one, I think it's 6, but this last one was, of course, with the National Magazine, with Sheen Magazine, and it was such an amazing experience. And just, I think it's every little girl's dream to go through that process of being pampered and getting your hair and makeup done, and to see yourself on the cover of a magazine, especially a national one.
Right.
It's just so surreal.
So, you know, it's ironic because I saw someone, I think, at the LA Times Weekly, and they were pushing out this cover. And I'm like, oh my God, the cover's in LA. Oh, wow. And we're in Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy when I've had friends that are calling me and they're saying, girl, I found your magazine and I'm looking for it. So, you know, to know that anyone can go and pick that up and just see, you know, it's a great feeling.
So it's so interesting. A lot of people get into this world of entrepreneurship. First of all, entrepreneurship isn't easy. But did you expect this journey to look like this?
Oh, no. Not at all. I mean, when I was growing up, you know, I came up during a time where you're just taught, go to school, become a teacher, doctor, lawyer, and work. And you hear about people in entrepreneurship, and you hear about people working for themselves. And even as a teacher, I had several parents who worked for themselves, and they were able to come and volunteer at the school. And I used to envy them so much because I have children of my own. And I always feel like I couldn't be the parents to my children that I used to expect my students' parents to be, because I was so dedicated to the classroom. But when I first started, I had no idea that this is where it would lead to, and this is where I would be, because it's such a different world. It really is. And you think, you know, entrepreneurship, oh, I get to sleep in, or I get to tell myself what to do. Honey, listen.
Right.
Not hardly. Now, one thing I'm going to do is get my sleep, but I definitely pay for it on the back end, because I make up for it. I'm up because I have to do what needs to be done. I'm the boss. There's no one there telling me. If I don't do what I need to do, then I don't see the results that I want to see, which is why I'm here in the beginning.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about how your family is playing a role into your entrepreneurship and how you're balancing it all.
Balancing is hard, and that's a subject that I come across with my team all the time, especially having a team with majority of women, and they try to figure out how to balance it. I have 2 sons, a husband. I've been married for almost 22 years. My sons are 22 and 16, and you know, when I first started 8 years ago, they were a little younger. So one of the things that I definitely had to learn how to do was make sure they understood the transition of mommy going from school teacher, working traditionally, to now being at home. And so one of the advice I always give people is to include your family in this journey. Right? So when I come home, it's not, okay, y'all go do this and mommy's going to go in her office and work. It's, hey, come in here and help me separate these papers, or do something so that they can see the process. And I think that really helped my sons, because they know and they understand. So when it's time for me to say, mommy has to go or mommy has to do this, then they're like, oh, okay, we know what that is. And listen, we see the results of it as well.
So I think that's the teacher in you. Because I don't think everyone sees the benefit of including their kids in the process. And I think that's very important. And that's something a lot of women entrepreneurs can take away. So I do want to give you an opportunity to tell everybody, one, how can they find you?
So you can find me on any social media platform. You can find me on Facebook at Tyronica Stanford Carter or Radiant Styles Jewelry. And you can also find me on Instagram at _Tyronica S. Carter. I also have a website, 2 of them, where you can find my books, TyronicaCarter.com. And then, of course, if you want to see more of what I do in my network marketing industry, you can find my website at RadiantStylesJewelry2.com.
It has been an absolute pleasure having you today. What advice do you want to leave?
Listen, the biggest advice I want to leave to people, especially women, is just do it. A lot of times we hold ourselves back because of we're afraid of the unknown. We're afraid to not be that mom and wife that we're always expected to be. My thing is, if you can think it, and if it's that passionate, if that's drawn inside of you like that, then you need to do it. It's being laid on your heart for a reason. And so just take the time, sit back, plan it out, write your vision out, and then you will find the how. I promise you will.
That's really good. This has been Women Live TV Season 3, and I am Ariel Shaw, your founder and president of Southern Crescent Women in Business. Thank you.
Extreme Fun on Wheels Atlanta is a unique and exciting entertainment experience that offers a variety of activities for all ages. They provide an innovative approach to traditional party events by bringing the fun right to your doorstep. Extreme Fun on Wheels offers a range of services, including laser tag, video game trucks, tailgating, party bus, and much more. Their team, highly experienced in creating memorable experiences for all types of events, including birthday parties, corporate events, and team building activities. With their state-of-the-art equipment and experienced team, they provide an unparalleled level of fun and excitement that will leave their guests talking about their experience long after the event is over. Whether you're looking for something unique for your child's birthday party or a fun-filled activity for your office retreat, Extreme Fun on Wheels Atlanta has got you covered. They are committed to providing exceptional service and delivering unforgettable experiences that will leave everyone wanting more.